Yeah, we just get it.
What's going on, good people? What's up, Coast folks? Welcome to another episode of Coast Football Talk. I'm your host, Bingo, and I'm riding shotgun. With me is my guy, Matt Stats. Tonight, we're kicking off week zero, all the Coast jamborees. It's not official in the record book, but trust me, it's big for coaches, players, fans. So, Matt, break down what makes jamboree week so important before the real season starts.
Yeah, I mean the other players, and it's great to be here, Bingo. We appreciate. I know we got a late start. We were supposed to be here at 7. Here at 7:30, but life gets in the way sometimes. And but we are here, so great to be here talking coast football week zero. And like I said, there's 13 games on the slate, so I mean it's going to be a good time Friday night. I know you will be. Well, no, I don't know what. Yes, you will be at a game. I say Ocean Springs does not have a jamboree. Several teams that do not, which is fine. That's their prerogative. But still, other teams are there, and it's to be able to hit other players besides your own teammates to and get a feel. Just to that's why it's a jamboree to get a test run, and it's exciting. It's exciting this Friday, the 22nd. And again, we'll go over the games for week zero. And if you guys, the fans out there who are slowly coming in, want to post on what game you will be at, certainly post it. Now, I will not be at the headquarters on Friday like I normally would on a regular season night. So I would only be retweeting scores if fans want to tag Coast Football on X on there, and I would certainly retweet the scores. So it's still exciting night there. Bingo, where are you going to be doing that Friday night? Because of course, like I say, you're now embedded with Ocean Springs, and Friday night your Gaucher Gators are going to be on the road, are they not?
Yes, they'll be headed up to East Central to play in the Jamboree. I really don't know what I'm doing, man. If I don't know if I'm gonna chill, I'm probably gonna go watch a game, man, because this probably be the only night of the season I get to go and watch somebody else play. So, if I do be at a game, it'll probably be that game.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of coaches in these games will do just like some in the non-region games. They're going to do some things that they may not do in region games and have players play certain positions, and just to get a feel. And some of the games are not actually a full game per se, and there was maybe no punts or there's no rush on extra points. I know some games vary. Some games have it, some games do not. I've been to several games over the years, and they don't want people trying to come in and block the extra point. And so there's different games. I remember, I think the last game I went to was Gaucher at Ocean Spring. That's where I met you at there with Boz there on the sideline with Caden Irvin and company there with Gaucher against Bray Hubbard in Ocean Springs there a couple years ago. So
Remember
uh,
that.
yeah, yeah. So, and if you have to step away to check on one of your players, that's fine there in your headquarters there. And I understand that. As you just got done with your practice, so that's great that
Indeed.
you're
That's why I'm sweating. I'm hot right now, man.
yes, and you're coaching it's flag football, is it not, your son?
Yeah, we're coaching
Yeah.
5 and 6 U flag football.
Didn't they have a game?
Yeah, we had a game last night. We won 22-17. Like I said, last year was my first year coaching flag football, and we didn't do so well. We went 0-8. I feel like I could do better as a coach. So this offseason, I took it more serious approach with it this year. And so now we're out here. I'm running old Don Nelson 1990, late 90 Gaucher offense, running a wing T. I'm gonna dive and trap you to death.
Man, that is kind of to run in flag football. I mean, most of the time it is passing, but still to come out with the W, starting your kid, a future Greyhound possibly there, is your son. And like I said, I know you may have to step away to check on him, as again the fans coming in on this live stream. here starting at 7:30. We'll be on at least probably an hour or so. Boz could not make it tonight. We will run over the games, the jamborees. It's on my Facebook page at Coast Football. We're going to have PRC at Harrison Central, Pastor Christian at West Harrison, Goshen, as you mentioned, at East Central, Van Cleve at Poplarville, Long Beach at St. Stanislaus, Hancock at Columbia, Pascagoula at Wayne County, Stone at Forest County, and at Stone Forest County, my buddy Wayne Flurry, who calls the play by play for Gulf Coast, and I call the color analyst for Gulf Coast. He calls Stone County games. I asked him, "Are you going up there?" Because they're trying out the YouTube thing. They had Facebook, now they're trying out YouTube. He said, "Yes, we're going to go up there and live stream the Stone at Forest County, so you'll be able to catch that if you're at your house." St. Martin at George County, Hattiesburg at Moss Point, St. Patrick at Richton, Gulfport at Oak Grove, and then Christian Collegiate Academy (CCA) at St. Luke. And from what I read and what the coach had said, that this game counts for record. If I understand it right, this CCA at St. Luke. So we shall see there. But those are the games that are week zero, as you call it, the jamboree games. So it's going to be a fun-filled games, at least to see some action under the lights on Friday nights. So sure the fans will get out there and their chance to tailgate and get into practice, coming up that following week because it's coming up on us fast, week one.
No doubt, no doubt. So Matthew, and other news. Okay, we done talked about the trying to get my show lined up, man. Oh, what you
Okay.
got? So what are any certain jamboree that sticks out to you that you think we should break down?
I mean, it's again, I do my flashbacks in the morning time, and I flashback. It was a jamboree. Oh no, it was the rankings from like 2015, and I read some of the comments on there just because I look back and said, "Man, what did people say?" And the rankings, somebody did put in there because Team A was higher in the rankings, and the team that they just whipped up on the week before, they said you must not have seen the game that happened the week before in spring train in Jamboree in the Jamboree game. You must not have seen that because that team just whooped them. I don't put a lot, like I said last week, I don't put a lot into Jamboree games. That's just the way it is. It doesn't count for record. Uh, and some of the games are not, again, I just mentioned they don't rush the kicker on extra points and they do a little bit of different things there. And they sometimes don't play a whole game, they play a half a game. So just because the team, I remember, I think, wasn't it Pascagoula and Ocean Springs? Pascagoula shut out Ocean Springs, if I'm not mistaken, in a Jamboree like 2 years ago. And if Coach Bramlett's watching, he'll probably can post on it. But that's just again, I don't hold solace to it. So as far as a game that sticks out, I mean, I can't wait to see the highlights. I don't know if the news are going to go out there and cover the games, but I'd like to see highlights. Just because quarterback A goes out there and throws for 5 touchdowns, like, oh, he's going to be the MVP of the season. He may very well be, but it's let's say I just want to get some highlights and see what teams are doing because I am making my game predictions, which, like I told you, I believe I may release them next Wednesday because it'll be the last Wednesday that we can be live because we have prior commitments, yourself and me. And then Thursday we cannot because we have prior commitments. So next Wednesday will be the last live, at least on Wednesday, not the last live. But as far as game, would that affect my game predictions if I see Team A go in there and just whoop up on this other team? Oh my, I need to change my game prediction. Not very much, not much. I wouldn't change it. So I'm looking at the schedule. What game? I mean, Gulfport, Oak Grove, they may meet in the playoffs. They're not going to show any their hand. They're going to run a basic offense, basic defense. Uh, Nettles, their is that his name, right? Correct, quarterback. for Gulfport. Will you play the whole game? Where
Arthur
you is it?
Nettles.
Yeah, Nettles. So, well, their whole varsity, yes, they would probably start and play like the NFL, uh, or not like the NFL in their preseason games where the regulars don't usually start but one possession. They'll play more than one possession. So there's not really a game necessarily that stands out. I mean, coast versus coast, like you just mentioned, Gaucher, Van, East Central, Van Cleve at Poplarville, Pass Christian at West Harrison. Is there a game that you're looking for besides, to see your Gaucher Gators? Do they got a starting quarterback? I remember at the press conference media day, Coach Hyde, that's what I asked him, and he didn't come out and said he had a starting quarterback.
Yeah, I'm looking forward just to seeing, Goshe. If I do go, just be able to see him. Like that's my team. I want to be able to see Keon. I think he gonna be star quarterback. I ain't, Coach High probably ain't just said nothing yet, but I think it's gonna be McNeil, Keon McNeil, the freshman. Um, he gonna be he's the gamer, man. You gonna see him, man. He's been well developed. He's been ran through the ringer. He's been a kid that people been looking forward to get to this point since he's been in Pee Wee football. So it's time to just, put up. And I got all the faith in the world in him. So y'all be sure y'all look out for number 9, Keon McNeil.
Or Gaucher. And I know,
Or go
this
show.
again, where some of the coaches may not have a starting quarterback. And so Jamboree may seal the deal for one of the quarterbacks in that are fighting it out in these teams. One that comes to mind, I believe, I don't think George County had a starting quarterback. And they
Nope.
host St. Martin there. And again, Hattiesburg and Moss Point, of course, Coach Jenkins there trying to get the Tigers in the winning way and get some points there in this jamboree, and just to get a feel for him there in Moss Point. So that'll be interesting there. And like I said, other games: Stone at Forest County, Pascagoula, at Wayne County. Oh, but that's all on our Facebook page
SJ.
that you could find. What are you trying to find?
Hello?
So, can you hear me, Bingo?
Yeah, that's me. My bad.
Okay. So, and other news as we change a little bit of topic here. Another team is coming out with the coaches show. Gulfport posted today at Woody's
Oh, where you
in
good
Golf
getting to?
Woody's in Roadhouse at Gulfport.
I'll be right back, man.
Okay, is going to be hosting the Coach Pennock's coaches show. So you can go there and join in on the fun. The one in Gulfport, they have 3 locations. The original one, it's Woody's Roadside. It's Woody's Roadside. It's in Gulfport on Cal and Lorraine Road. They have one in Biloxi, one in Ocean Springs, and it's on the Facebook. It's live at 6 p.m. And I believe I may tune in. Of course, you already have Ocean Springs. Coach Bramlett has his show there with Bingo. They do at Knuckleheads, and I believe they're going to be doing it on Tuesdays this year. And then you also have Coach DuBose from Biloxi has his coach's show. I watched that. That's live stream on Facebook. So that's great. Like I say, just announced today that tomorrow will be the live for Coach Pennock in the Gulfport Admirals. So a lot of teams are stepping up to the plate. Like I said, I'm still waiting for the next episode of George County with their docu series. I know they're working on that one. They have one episode that is out. uh, Coach Quincy Patrick with, I believe it's Pristine. Uh, get that right. That they are doing little shots at their practices, and Quincy Patrick, says a few words in there. But I say behind the scenes. It is somewhat behind the scenes there. So a lot of teams are doing that, coming along, and which is great. which is great to see. Mentioned, like say, Stone will be live streaming their jamboree game on YouTube, and I believe I don't know if it's going to be also put on Facebook, but that way you'll be able to watch it there. Again, I'm Matt Stats. Bingo had to step away. Again, apologize for the late start. We are supposed to start at 7. It's at 7:30, but football is here, week 0. And at the football page tonight, I released a second edition of New Faces and New Places, where the 6 new coaches, they're in coach football, and a little write up on them last night. It was Bay High with Catlin French there, who is with the Biloxi. He has spent 1 year in Gulfport as assistant, and now he is the leader there at Bay High, uh, leading the way. And then also last night was Coach Woody. I don't want to mispronounce his last name, with St. Martin. He had been with St. Martin there as a defensive coordinator. Now he is the head coach this year. Again, it's pinned to the top of the page at Coast Football tonight here, just at 7 o'clock. It was released the 2 more in Long Beach. Coach Cody Finley there at Long Beach, and Coach Michael King at Hancock. So he came from Greene County, he is now with Hancock. Those are the 2 new coaches there. We have 2 more coaches that will be coming out tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I don't know if I can see any comments on here. If you have any comments, please do. Here we go. Ocean Springs Gula Jamboree. Yes, that was Brian. I was mentioning. I believe Gula really put it to him that year, but again, I don't hold much water into it. What's the deal with golfer Biloxi and Picayune getting in trouble for? Yes, James, that's what we were fixing to be talking about. Uh, and I was waiting for Bingo to come back. Let me see. But yes, please repost this the stream. We certainly appreciate it. Yeah, I know I got to pull up to Oak Grove and Gulfport game in my OS shirt. Yeah, that would be something there. So appreciate the comments. I had to go to the other screen to read them because I cannot read them. But in other news, there are 3, 6, 9, 12, about 13 teams in the state. And it was where I read it, it was Blake uh, Levine, if I'm saying his name right. I share some of his stories that he puts out. He has that Magnolia Shine podcast. But there are several teams, 3 of them from the coast, that are now on probation for the football season. They're still eligible for the playoffs and won't have to forfeit any games. However, they cannot slip up anymore based on what he posted, and I have not shared it yet. I will share it. They did put on, there's a certain time frame, and teams put on pads before they should have, is what is reported. The teams are here. Oh, bingo. I was fixing to read off the teams as I'm leaving
I'm
the
good.
people in suspense. Because somebody asked in the comments, I went to the comments, and yes, there are about 13 teams in the whole state, 3 coast teams that are on probation, and those 3 coast teams are Biloxi, Gulfport, Picayune. Biloxi, Gulfport, Picayune are on probation, which they should be fine for the rest of the year. They just put on pads early because again, the state says, hey, you can't put on pads until this certain time, and they put on pads before that time. The other schools in the state, I'll
Who
run down the
snitched them
whole.
out? Somebody snitched them out. Who snitched them out?
I,
Somebody
I,
snitched them folks out. Nobody. How them folks knowing them folks got closed practices, man? Somebody dying them out.
well,
What you skipping around? But let that
no, no.
Desmond T. You been ready to drop it, man. Them folks did them
Well,
folks dirty.
go to the state page on Facebook, and I don't know if somebody was trying to hint about something. They used
It's
code
somebody
words.
snitching.
I don't
Somebody
know,
snitching.
but the names of the schools: Brandon, Biloxi, Ridgeland, Gulfport, Taylorsville, Laurel, Picayune, Florence, Franklin County, Mount Olive, Summerall, Greenwood, and Columbia. Those are the teams that are on probation, and They nothing. They still their regular season is going forward. They still go to playoffs. They're not forfeiting any games unless they some reason slip up again, which I don't know how they would slip up. I guess if they use a illegal player, I'm not sure. But those are the teams, and that did come out about an hour ago or so. Again, Blake Levin, I want to say is how you pronounce his name, the sports reporter. If you go to his page and follow him, he puts out great information. It is statewide information, but it does do some coast, and I've shared some film, some clippets on my page. So yes, as far as somebody say somebody had to say something, said something, but I don't know that much of it. I don't know who did or who didn't, but
Somebody dying them
and
folks out, man. They got somebody
anyway,
watching out there.
so that's what is happening
Somebody from the north did it.
in that a way. So, but um, like I say, we know at least Picayune does not have a jamboree, and we know Osha Springs does not. You'll be there tomorrow night, correct? With Osha Springs, they're having like a meet the team.
Yeah, it's a community pep rally for all the fall sports that's going on, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and like I said, I know Coach Stogner mentioned that Picayune does not have one. And I'm sure there's other teams because there's teams I don't have games on here. If there's a game
Now,
I'm missing, please post in the comments. I don't know. I
now
guess it's two.
talking ball, y'all, they are having a media day for all the Pine Belt teams like Poplarville, PRC, Picayune, and I believe Hancock, if I'm not mistaken. So they're having that, I think, tomorrow, the 21st.
Uh, Let me see because we talked about it last week, and they did say it. And I know Clay had commented about our graphic that I had up there, and it is somewhat realistic there with here it is with our graphic that I had up there for tonight's show. August 26th, 6:30 at Champion Sports Bistro in Picayune, Mississippi. You will have Picayune, Poplarville, PRC, the course community college, the Blue Devils, and Christian Heritage, which is an 8-man private school located in that area. I watched it last year. They had it at the like I call it the town green. They had it outside and had the. It was nice. It was nice Diamond Production. So 6:30 tomorrow. I'll share it. So just make sure you of course following us or go follow Talking Ball y'all. And you probably can't see me because I'm reading this comment in that they might have to see how we pronounce it, but the Epcot, like I say, EPOCH, film and photography, because I had mentioned about uh, the docu-series of George County. I'm waiting for another one, and they
Well,
posted
they
it on
just said
there.
it. Episode
They,
2 of George County Count on Me
yeah,
premieres next Thursday, the 21st.
yes, that's what I was reading. That's why I had to go
Shout
there
out
and
to
read it because
them.
I couldn't see it. So yes, it's coming out. And I mentioned about West Hurricanes, what Coach Quincy has their videos that they put out. Then I mentioned, of course, like I say, with Gulfport coming out with their coaches show new
I think
tomorrow.
Pristine Media is doing Wes
That's who it is.
Harrison's
Yes.
content.
Yes. Pristine is doing that. And then, like I say, Biloxi has their coaches show. So it's stepping up. I mean, it's great to see all these. I just have to have coaches show, but I see all these videos that are, with the teams practices that are very, very good to see. Very good to see. And of course, you have your WLOX and WXXV still doing the 25 and 25, and then the countdown to kickoff, which I certainly watch because again, with the top 25 coming out next Tuesday,
Oh
uh,
yeah,
I,
that's another thing. What's Pascagoula's doing a community pet rally also. I'm seeing the trend, if OS do it, everybody else do it. I'm seeing the trend.
Uh,
I'm seeing the
well, speaking of
trend, man.
Pascagoula, it was great to see Harold. Right, Harold, he's back. He
You
did
did.
an
I was just gonna
interview.
tell you that. He back out there, man.
I'm glad to see that with Coach Sims there. I shared that video, so it was nice to see. It was they talked about what was happening, what's coming up, and I like Coach Sims' hair. Like I say, he's letting that grow. That hair is
We
flinging
told you
around. I
why.
like that. Oh, why was that? I must have missed it.
His son is growing his hair out. So as long as his son grows his hair, he's gonna keep growing his out.
Oh, well, very good. So yes, Pascagoula again is not on, or Pascagoula. It does have. They're at Wayne County. They do have a jamboree, but they still have a community uh, outreach there. And then I saw Coach Feaster with PRC, second year there. Brought them to the playoffs last year, first time since 2015, if not mistaken. He was showing a video about their. He talked about media day. They got their turf field going down there at PRC.
Yeah, he
He's
ain't
making
playing.
things happen. He's
Yeah,
making things
I
happen
asked him.
there.
I asked him at media day, man, if they were going to expand the sidelines on the visitor side, man. They got some of the smallest sidelines, man.
Yeah, I've
You you
I've been
you
there.
you in the bleachers. You in the bleachers with on the sideline. You sharing both of
Yes,
them.
I've been there. But yeah, the if we're saying at Epcot, if that's how you say that
I
production,
hope we saying
uh,
it right, man.
I know. So that is great what they're doing there. Again, it's all along the coast, bingo.
Yeah,
It's and I
yeah,
believe you kind of spearheaded it because I'm not a video person out there.
yeah.
You did the video up there with George County, with Goshen, and you did some stuff for West Harrison, and now all of a sudden you have these places
It's,
that, like I say, that you
it's help
mentioned.
on the way. It's help here now. It's help, so I can retire. I think I'm finna retire. I'm burnt out, man. I think I'm finna get a camera thing
Uh,
up eventually, man. I'm burnt out, man. I'm tired, man.
Yes, you have a lot on your plate, and I'm not going to be around forever, coast football. So when I'm up there in age, so once I pass on, then you can replay this video years down the road, and I believe I probably have it set for you for you to take over at coast football. Because the other people that help me, I'm the one who does coast football. I got Wayne that has access to the page. He does post some things, but I'm 99.9%, putting what's out there every week and every day. So not to be a downer, saying I'm going to be going, but I'm getting closer to the end and at the beginning, and hopefully, like I said, been here since 2010, that somebody will keep it going. And like I say, with the record books and with the stats, and I'll give it keys to the Jaguar, and let you take off with it. So. What other
I
comments we got here? I see a three. I said, I don't like that I have to go off of here to see.
don't know why your stuff is like that, man. I don't know why
What's
either.
that? Oh,
We got
Bruce. Yeah, there,
yeah,
there you go.
yes. Yeah, Bruce, he telling everybody to check out WRBE Coaches Show every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. beginning next week on 106.9. So that's just a radio, that's not visual, if I'm correct, Tom Bruce.
But ask him. He can hear me. Bruce, is it to where? Because I can't pick it up over in Galt. Where I'm at. I mean, he's up in George County. So is it? I'm assuming it's probably they have a website. Only assuming, or an app to where you could
Man,
tune
we
in.
just we just need don't say we need to get Bruce on here to try to get more information about that so we can so we'll know how so we can stay in the loop
Mm,
with
well, he could send him the link and he can jump on it.
uh,
I don't know if he's available, but
he just
you
sent the
know,
website right there. He said
but
WEBERN.com.
uh, well, we could have got him on there. Bruce, who's the starting quarterback at George County?
Um
So,
oh hold on, he sent it wrong. Oh, we get him right. There we go, there we
uh,
go, there we go, there we go. And Epcot was just telling us, that they do have a website and it's WRBE.com. All things the county
uh,
football right there.
uh,
You got Epcot Film and Photography and Bruce Thornton with WRBE Coaches Show every Tuesday night starting at 6 p.m. Hold on now, y'all trying to come on at the same time with our show. Come on now, we need to stagger them now. We need to stagger them, man.
yes, yes, and that's what and I'm looking at, like I say, to come on pregame, on Fridays. I know we won't necessarily get coaches. Last year, I had a couple, Sun Herald came on, had WLX come on, but I had also the play-by-play guys who were at the games. I had Clay come on, Sweet from Talking Ball Y'all. had several of them come on before the game just to get the atmosphere. You have the game and be at 6 o'clock. I know kickoff at 7, so I do plan on coming on. I know you'll be again with Ocean Springs, not next Friday because Ocean Springs kicks off the season on Thursday, so they will
I
play at
be
Meridian
I'm going
next
live to start the
Thursday.
game off at Meridian. I'm gonna let y'all see us, probably me and the media team, do some pre-checks and everything. Um, yeah, I'm gonna try
Yeah.
to promote our media team that we putting together at Ocean Springs, this football scene that's gonna be helping me. I can't do it all by myself, so I'd rather share that load with people that have a vision with me, and you can go on the school page and you'll be able to see. I'll be showing you who is who and what they will be doing this year, just to get you acquainted with them, and you'll also be able to look in the school's media guide this year and see us up in there. So shining the light on everybody, man. It ain't even it done branched over into sports media. Now we shining the light on sports media, athletes, student athletes, you name it, all things coast.
Yes. Who do we see that I shared it that was looking for reporters or game people to work the games as far as not people but
Gulfport.
students.
Oh,
Oh, golf
Gulfport.
fort. There you go. Golf fort. Yes. So that was good there that they're looking for that. So, like you say, we are in football season with the game starting on Friday. Now, true, they don't count for record, but it's still good to see the ball being thrown around. I see we got several more comments.
Yeah, Bruce telling
Any
you they said in here and they may have two quarterbacks this year.
so
Same thing
okay,
Coach Cosby said at media day.
okay.
But
Well, I
but
don't
we
want to
do
say
know they got a good running back in returning in Brandon Gaucher, 1,000 yard
Gosha.
rusher previous year.
Yes, yes, and he has his sights set, rushing a little bit more, which Coach Causey has that running game. Look like they're coming back with that running game. So that's one thing which I'm jumping ahead of myself. Next week, I was doing my picks, and I actually have my picks done, but I can't release them now, and I still may change my mind between now and next week. But one game because they're right here, but I won't because people will stop the video and see my what I'm predicting. But again, it may change. But one game I could tell you right now, I'll let it go, let it come out. Gaucher is at George County in week 1. And right now, it wouldn't surprise me if George County beat Gaucher. That's one of the, I
And
just
it
have a
wouldn't surprise
feeling.
you if Gaucher beat George County.
No, right now I have George. Right now I have Gaucher beating George County. That's my sneak peek for the predictions next week. It doesn't mean that's going to stay the same. I may change it, but I
So
looked
you're
at
gonna
it
pick a
today.
team who don't even know their starting quarterback to
I
pick
just
a
have
team
a
who I just told you who's the starting quarterback, and you're gonna go ahead on some
yeah.
Cleveland Brown stuff and go with a team who don't even know who their starting quarterback. See, that's the problem with y'all coach football people, man. That's the problem right there. You're delusional. You go with the
No,
guy with the for sure hand. Always.
go with
You're
the
gonna be wrong.
throwing game. No, bingo. I said right now I have Gaucher winning. I'm just adding that in there that I
I
would
thought you
not be
just said
shocked.
George County. I thought you said
I
George
no,
County.
I said I wouldn't be shocked if George County got the win over Goshen. I just have a feeling. So it is
Okay,
not right now.
I would say you ain't going.
I have Goshen beating George County right now. Yes.
Well, yeah, Gaucher
So
gonna beat everybody they play this year.
okay, well that's what I expect a Goshen
Yeah.
player to say.
Duh.
So, but that's just one of the games uh and next week, like I say, there's Ocean Springs, like I say, starting off Thursday. Ocean Springs Meridian, Picayune Gulfport. That
Nobody
game,
asked you, Robert. Ain't nobody asked you. Tell me some Gaucher didn't look good in the spring. It was a spring game. They had a freshman, eighth grader at the time playing quarterback. Line Gaucher up against Biloxi right now.
oh,
Line
I
them up
don't
right
know.
now.
I don't know about that. But the one game I've been going back and forth on my picks is the Goshen, how you got Picayune at Gulfport. It's at Gulfport. Gulfport beat them last year in Picayune, and I'm back and forth on it. I look at it and when I can at work and I have it in an email and I scroll down and I'll say I'm good with this pick, and then I'm trying to come up with the scores and look at last year's. Speaking of Gaucher in their early games over the last few years, they don't score a lot of points. So I mean, I still have them scoring over 30 points, but we shall see. That is Gaucher. But Picayune and Gulfport, when it's that close, I normally lean toward the home team, but it's not for sure. I haven't picked I haven't picked it. Picayune at Gulfport. West Harrison, Poplarville. Again, this is the regular season week one. Pascagoula, Moss Point. 16 games that first week. That is the most that I've ever picked. That has happened because now we got CCA, Christian Collegiate, coming up from 8-man to 11-man football. So Riley at D'Iberville, Holmes County Central at Biloxi, mentioned George County, Goshen at George County, Stone at Hancock. Coach Adcock there, we already said if he gets the win, we may look into bringing him on after that win that night because it'll be his first game win of the third year he's there. He's lost the first two opening season games. St. Martin at Van Cleve. Of course, all about Van Cleve and their offensive line. They got the running back. St. Martin, is Sullivan going to start at quarterback? We shall see. Just ninth grader, if I'm not mistaken. Long Beach, Pass Christian, the Oyster Bowl, play his 19th edition. Got the new head coach we mentioned earlier for Long Beach, Harrison Central at Lanier. Man, that's I know Coach Rich there at Harrison Central has his team ready on the road against Lanier. I don't have that game necessarily picked. Bay High at Pearl River Central. That's going to be within a touchdown game there. Forest County at St. Stanislaus. Uh, Greene County at East Central. East Central had a rough year last year, looking to get back. That Christian Collegiate playing at St. Patrick. St. Patrick has the longest current losing streak on the coast with 14 straight losses. Can they finally break that streak against Christian Collegiate, who's moving up again from 8-man to 11-man? And they actually play this Friday. And again, being told that that game is going to count toward record. They play at St. Luke. So I only would, in fact, I may look and see, but they will play against, and then the last game is Resurrection at Clarkdale. Uh, and they got a new turf field there at Clarkdale. So 16 games, and I will have a pick for all the games. I do not pick just coast versus coast. We're going to pick all the games in my 10th season coming up. As again, Bingo had to step away there at his place, and I'm fixing to look at. I was trying to look at Christian Collegiate here to see what if that again. It was told that it does count for record, so only assuming so there. So let me see. You got a whole bunch of comments. Let me if I go to the page. Oh, you
The man
there,
really
Bingo?
said by 50. Come on, Rob. Come on, man.
What
Come
game
on,
was
man.
he talking about?
We talking about Goshen and George Biloxi. They would
Ghost.
have played. So
Oh, Ghost and Biloxi. You know their quarterback. Yeah, they there.
I
They
know
they got a
we just talking noise. Two old drunk uncles just talking noise to each other.
what other comments we got? I see we got 14 of
Uh,
them. I guess I need to go look again at like
Epcot Film said George County has a chip on their shoulder. Excited for this Friday and next. And then you
yes.
got she talking about Reggie Magic. What Reggie do? Yeah, she said
Uh
she's just tagging. I'm trying, so she's just tagging people on the post.
I don't know why I can't see all the comments here. Let me see.
So Bruce trying to make sure he get it right. It's WRBEFM.com. Lord, Bruce, hey, we done gave you I don't know how many times. You ain't got it by now, buddy.
Look,
We ain't gonna have it.
I'm gonna follow Epcot filming and photography. I'm gonna follow them just to I can keep up with their stuff. also there. So, but yeah, Bruce, who's your
My boy
starting
Brian said he
quarterback?
going to Oak Grove and Gulfport game in his OS shirt. He actually get beat up on. He actually get beat up on. James Cody Ladner said, "What's the deal with Gulfport, Biloxi, and Picayune getting in trouble for padding up too early? I heard they're on probation."
Yes, that's what we just spoke about,
Yeah,
along with about 10 other teams, and they're good. They're good. They just say, hey, don't. Well, you can't. You already can put on pads now, but they just happen to put it on when the state said MH said you couldn't. So, oh, now I see one post. I can't believe I can't see 26 posts on here, but that's what Sean Smitty said. What I missed. I don't know what the. I did watch Ball and Chill the other day, and what they talking about? What do you mean they saying I was crazy and picking
yeah.
West Harrison Hurricanes have a tough schedule. Biloxi does have a tough schedule, so I agree. Both they could either or could have been number one. So, but I appreciate them mentioning my name on that Ball and Chill. I watched it the other day. For those, I shared it on the Facebook page. It's on YouTube. Go watch that Ball and Chill podcast, and Bingo's part of it, even though you don't see him.
I'm
So
producing.
I know, but so that's again, you got your hand in everything. That is great. That you pushing,
I'm finna
shining
start
that
taking my
light.
hand off. I'm finna start taking my hand back, man. You know, I
So
trust,
the
you
rank,
know.
the rankings come out next Tuesday at 7 o'clock. They'll come out every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. The Coast Top 10. We know that it appears to be maybe five teams that are vying for the top spot. I have five other people that would turn in their votes, and I vote myself. And so you get all the votes in, and for those who don't know as far as about vote, you rank your teams 1 through 25. So I got six counts, and then you average them out. You average them out on who it is. We can't give you strength of schedule. We do have a program that somebody came up with that does strength of schedule, but of course there's no games played, so that doesn't factor in. Uh, So out of those, well, I know you're embedded with Ocean Springs. So who, what is your top five would look like? I mean, you have Picayune, Gulfport, Poplarville, Pascagoula, Ocean Springs. I mean, Diablo, Biloxi, are right there. But I mean, again, I
You
know you're Ocean Springs, and you can say Ocean Springs, Bingo. You think Ocean Springs should be ranked number one?
out of what list?
Well, I mean, out of Picayune, Gulfport, Poplarville, Pascagoula.
Yeah, they number one. They who went the furthest last year.
They went. Gaucher went
I'm talking
they
about
went
out of the one of the five
out of the
teams you just
list.
named.
Yes, true. That is true. They went to state. Well, Picayune went to South State. Both of them went.
Well, that's you just
So,
named one and two, 7 and 6, ain't
but
7,
that
8.
necessarily, again, you can't just because they did that last year. Like Gaucher went to state, so Gaucher is not going to be. No, I can tell you that now.
We
Breaking
going
news.
back to state.
Oh,
No, you
I'm not
ain't.
saying
Don't
you
lie to them
can't.
people. We're
No,
going to
no,
state.
no, no.
We're going.
I'm not saying you can't go back to state. I hope Gaucher goes back to state. Hope any coast team goes back to state. There's five, six coast teams that could go to state. We don't have a team in 2A. We don't have a coast team in 2A. So I hope 6 out of 7. Now we've had two several times, but including last year. So just because Gaucher won South State and went to state, they're not going to be ranked number one in the top 10, in the coast top 10 or top 10. I say top 10 because it's going to be top 10 after this next week, after we show everybody top 25 where we rank them at next Tuesday at 7 o'clock. So, but that's what I was just trying to get. What? So you're saying Ocean Springs should be first, Picayune second. What about who's third, fourth, and fifth? Gulfport, Poplarville, Diaville, Biloxi, Pascagoula. I mean, me personally, I got Pascagoula easily in the top five. I mean, they got the. It's again, I look at returning starters. I know they got a new quarterback, and he played some last year. Of course, he has Silas Quarter there breaking all the records for Pascagoula, but it's Pascagoula is loaded with returners, and that's what I look at. I mean, just because again, you mentioned or I mentioned if you have all if you have 20 out of your 22 starters coming back, doesn't mean you're going to go win the state championship game. It doesn't mean that, but it does help when you got a lot of returners coming back, and so
Look at this fool right here, man.
I can't. It's so small. What's
Robert
that?
Thomas. He said
Biloxi.
Biloxi got 5 of the top 25 teams in the state on their schedule. Pascagoula, number one. Two, Biloxi. Three, Gulfport. Four, Picayune. Five, Ocean Springs. No, they not really like that no more. They playing kickball for practice. So I guess he's referring to the video that I made of them playing kickball after practice to cool off. And
Oh,
but
well,
didn't
I don't
come
know.
back and change. And he said D'Iberville should have been over Ocean Springs. Typo. So
Well, I don't know where he's getting the rankings from, but I mean
the
that's
Robert, the brain, the mind of Robert Thomas.
oh, okay. Because I was looking at when I did the toughest schedule, I was looking at the only thing I could look at the team from last year, who they're playing this year, and West Harrison, is and Biloxi is too. And Biloxi, like I said, I wouldn't have been, I could have leaned and put them first because of those three road games they're playing. With Pascagoula, Picayune, and Ocean Springs. I believe those are the three that they're playing against, and three
Man trying
back
to
to
say them folks out there with pools sliding. You just show up for you just get ready to show up. Had your boy ready for their homecoming because they put y'all down for their homecoming.
And who is this?
Ocean Spring. Ocean Spring put Biloxi down for their homecoming.
Oh, so yes, Biloxi. The three games I meant are talking about at Picayune, at Hattiesburg, and at Ocean Springs. Of course, Picayune Hattiesburg is non-region games. Then Ocean Springs is the first region game. So yes, you have the three tough road games there. So meaning at the end they got 3 out of 5 games at home in
Right.
region play.
So you
So I
mean
mean,
tell me the team that finished the highest from this classification from where we're at, they finished in South State. They're one of the top 4 teams in 7A. You know what I mean? Tell me they shouldn't be ranked number one?
oh, you're talking about Ocean Springs?
Yeah.
Should be no. I'm not saying they shouldn't. But I'll just no that
Picayune, they're a good
I
solid
have.
number two.
Yeah, I have them that they got some good returner, and then like I said, my rankings. I guess I need to get rid of. We did go down from 8 people to 6 people, and they're not affiliated with teams. I mean, they're fans of teams, but they're not athletic directors, not coaches. And so they turn in their votes. I just need to do away with them, and I'll just do my own rankings, but I don't because I want to get a fair assessment, because I don't want to, I got Christian Collegian, I told you last week at 23rd. Well, I have some votes that are coming in from other people. They don't have them at 23rd. They got them, I got a couple at 25th. So they're the 25th team. So, as far as at the top, I'm leaning, it's either Ocean Springs or Picayune. I mean, Pascagoula is on my mind too, just because how many returners they have, not how they're going to do necessarily during the season. And then again, rankings that we have, the top team number one, should beat everybody below them more times than they should lose to them. And of course, further you get down into the teens and then down to the 25th team, the number one ranked team should not lose to the 25th team if they play 10 times. They shouldn't lose. But anything is that possible there. So but that's how the rankings go. At least that's how our rankings go. So every team that from the top to they should beat the teams below them more times than they should lose to them.
Right.
So we got 30 comments on there. What do people want to talk about? And then when I do my predictions,
Ain't nobody
I did.
talking about nothing out there.
Nobody's talking about that. Yeah, they are fans are the best fans around. But
Nobody talking
in
about
my
nothing.
predictions, though, bingo, I
But
just give
Schnitty
I give
said he said DV about to shake up the 7A.
Diabo at Wally and several other players there. Coach Ladner made the playoffs last year. He missed in his third year. He missed the playoffs the first 2 years, and they could be. I mean, they're projected to make the playoffs. You know, they're projected to make the playoffs. So I'll have that projection and percentage wise next week. on I think Monday. I think I'm going to post it on 7A on
Man,
who I feel will win the region this year. And I actually did a graphic. You know, I like those AI graphics. I know you like them because you muscular. You look like the graphic with the muscles and stuff. And they has a percentage on this team is going to win the region. Then the second, third, and fourth. Can West Harrison sneak in there at for one of the four teams? I mean, you got Gulfport, the Ocean Springs, Diablo, Biloxi right now as the four teams that are favored to go there. Can West Harrison, Harrison Central, St. Martin, you know, take one of them out? Because remember, Bingo, the region games count as two games. They basically it counts as two games. So you got Biloxi plays Ocean Springs, the first region game on 9/26. So when I say two games, now if Ocean Springs beats Biloxi, now they got a really a two-game lead because if they tie, it goes to who heads up. So if it comes down to that. So there's a lot of unknown there. And West Harrison now coming in the mix. St. Martin, like I say, is Sullivan one of the Sullivan, is he gonna be starting quarterback? I don't know.
nah,
They
man,
got
you were
it.
just here last week. They just told you who gonna be. They said Sell
Okay.
Crockett.
Croc there, but he's a versatile player there.
Yeah,
He can go
they
everywhere. He can play anywhere. So
they said Sell Crockett gonna be the man. Yeah.
okay.
Robert said, man, y'all defense got a lot of booster club member kids on it. I know people who know people. Ooh, he's shooting hard. Why he shooting at them folk like that?
Well, tell the fan who's he must be talking about Ocean Springs. I don't know. He's when he
Yes,
said.
yes,
Okay,
yes, yes,
okay. I
yes,
just wanted the fans to know because
yes.
some fans are like, "Who's he talking?" So he's saying the defense is made out of booster club. Okay, so I
Now
don't know.
Danny Handler told him, Robert told him Diablo is coming, bro. Coming hard. Pause, no diddy.
Yeah,
Uh
Donnie. Yes, I know Donnie. He's a true Diabloville. He played at Diabloville, so the Warriors. Again, Coach Ladner got some coaches there from last year, and I've been sharing their coaches preview this year, and they're gonna make some noise. Would it be? It'll be a semi. It wouldn't shock the world if they win the region. The last team to win the region besides Ocean Springs was Diabloville 2020 won the region. So they have, they start off with Riley and that Gaucher at Seminary, then host Pascagoula, then they go on a 2-game road trip to start the region, and they cannot falter
man,
at Harrison Central or at West Harrison.
Jeremy
It's
Harlan says our defense is probably the most solid out of all the coasts. He's talking about Ocean Spray. He's from Ocean Spray.
yeah, because remember last year Ocean Springs had a lot of like first year starters or so, and now all of a sudden they had Awesomer who was there with against 24 sacks, 25 sacks, and now he's gone. And so now all those ones that were and still had a good defense last year. So now they got a lot of starters coming back there, the Greyhounds, for their defense.
Well,
So
Rob
and
said Deville will be very good, but y'all took a major blow with one of y'all best players having to miss a lot of the season.
I don't know
Robert
who.
think Rob, Robert think he in the know. He think he know
Oh,
everything what's going
oh,
on.
uh,
Wes Harrison will be in there. Ocean Spring, D'Iberville, Gulfport, Wes Harrison. Per Sean Schmidt.
well, again, when they had 8 teams in the region, it took 4 wins on average to make the playoffs. When of course they went to 6 teams, it took 3 wins. Now you're in the middle of 7 teams. So you would think this is the first time with 7 teams that it would take again probably 4 wins. I don't know if 3 wins would get you in there. So West
Let me
Harrison.
just yeah, that's too much thinking right now. You too analytical. That's too much thinking right now.
Well, I'm just saying,
I forgot you
can
a
they
stat
get
guy.
can they get 4 wins? They're at St. Martin. They beat St. Martin. They could beat St. Martin. West Harrison.
Let
They
me read
host the
these
Iberville.
comments.
Host the Iberville. They're at home in the tropics. as Coach Quincy would say there. Uh,
All the see, yeah, yeah, that folks ain't trying to hear nothing you talking about, Matt. They want to hear all the tea that's in the comments
uh,
that's popping up right now.
okay. Well, I
Boy, I said
mean,
you being analytical right now.
uh,
They folk having a conversation amongst themselves in
well,
in
that's
our
on.
chat, and you up there
Well,
talking about numbers and stuff, man. Them folks ain't trying about
well,
no
that's
numbers.
you. Well, then spill the tea because I'm not
I'm
necessarily
trying to,
into.
but I can't. You rumbling and pumbling and
Uh,
pumbling like Chris Berman up there about numbers.
Go ahead and tell me something. Now we got 50 comments. Look, I'm losing my
That's what I'm
earpiece.
telling you, man. The chat live right now, man.
They ready. They ready for it. Let me go.
Yeah,
Go
David
ahead.
Agberg done told Rob keep shooting, cause Rob steady shooting at everybody, man. He egging them on right now.
Yeah.
Donnie Handler done came back, told Rob, I hear we have a few schools on probation, Robert Thomas. Yeah, Robert loving this. And then D'Iberville, as David said. Brian said, yeah, Biloxi one of them.
They are, and those, like I say, who
It's too funny, man. Then Kenny Williams said, yes, sir, Robert Thomas. And he comments going too fast. Hold on.
and
All
if
right.
those who missed the somewhat first part of it, there are like 13 teams in the state that are on probation. Nothing is happening. Their season will go on as normal as long as they don't stumble and do something they shouldn't. And that is Biloxi, Gulfport, Picayune. Those are the three coast teams out of about 13 in the state that are on probation for putting on their pads early when they shouldn't have. They were practicing the pads. The state said, no, you can't do that. You're on probation. Don't mess up for the rest of the year. Okay, we won't. We'll go in the state.
That's so
So
they
go on.
can't get in no fights or nothing in the
Yeah.
game.
So
Like,
that's three. Biloxi, Gulfport, Picayune. It's all
yeah,
good. It's
that's
all good.
our
So what
coach
out?
three.
So keep
So
on going.
Brian, yeah, Higginbotham told Donnie Haller they got to get an early start with all that talk. All right. So David said, and Biloxi knows who the dirty snitch is too. I told you somebody snitch, man. You don't just know that information. A coach knows who's at his practice and who's around his practice. It's only come on now. These guys been doing this for so long. Spit them out, David. Tell us who it is, man. Uh, Donnie said they will all be in there because ain't nobody played yet. Laughing out loud. Robert said, I heard either Ocean Springs or Deville told on us and West Harrison, if you ain't made the playoffs in the last couple of years, you damn sure won't make it here. 7A big boy ball. Man, he better hold West Harrison. He better hold Cole Patton. They don't come up in there and upset Biloxi. They don't folk gonna run him off from the Mississippi Gulf Coast, man. They gonna run
Uh,
him up out of here, man.
and they go to Biloxi, and that's their and what night is it? Full moon, Halloween night,
Yeah,
October
man.
31st. And to answer your question, West Harrison has never made the playoffs, so they haven't made the playoffs. That's what they're looking for, and then they have the bye week. So but yes, the comments are great, and I certainly like it. And one thing that you notice, the bingo, there's no
Mhm.
we're keeping it clean. I mean, that's why
Yeah,
my page and the page won't let you put any kind of bad words on
right.
there, and that's the way it should be. So I like that banter back and forth. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
We're
My
ready to go out there and play now. Let's go.
That's why I had to stop cursing. My daughter told me I curse too
Uh,
much, so I've been watching my profanity, man.
oh well,
So
that's good. But yeah, the page is set up where it won't let you put anyway. Probably won't let you put damn in there. I don't know, but I
yeah,
have it set.
probably
So,
not. Yeah.
but it's good. I like this talk.
Mhm. So Gary Gwen told that he said for us to keep an eye on Stone County. We are like Stone is
Oh,
always in the mix.
Stone is, and they're playing at Hancock. And I don't know if you
Yeah.
heard me earlier, Coach Aycock. If he wins that game, it'll be his. This is his third year. He's lost the first 2 years. Game one, and he wins that one, he'll come on the show. And even if he happens to lose, we may get Coach King to come in. Now at Coach Football from Greene County, first game with Hancock. So
Mhm.
that is a good game there. Stone at Hancock
All
in week
right.
one.
So you got Brian Higginbotham says, I tell you what, social media will tell it all when you post it for Mississippi High School Athletic Association to see. None of them schools that, they ain't I ain't seen them post nothing. Unless the kids are posting stuff and it's getting shared like on their private pages. Other than that, all three of those schools that's on probate, they ain't posting nothing like that.
Well, no, well, I mean, they're not gonna post them
Yeah, they're not
they're
incriminating
not gonna
themselves
post their
like
own.
that.
Yeah, but again, Blake Levin, who I follow, sports reporter, has posted this now 3 hours ago, and he lists all the teams in the state that are, and there's like about 13 of them that they're all eligible for the playoffs and won't have to forfeit any games. However, they can't slip up anymore. So these teams broke rules when it comes to practice and pads. So is it the first time? No, it's happened in the past. It just happens to be out there. I didn't know about it until Blake had posted about it. So it all is good. Those three teams, Biloxi, Gulfport, Picayune, they're good for the rest of the season. They'll
Yeah,
be
it'd be
good.
all right. My boy David said Biloxi has the receipts. Believe that. Believe that. They know. Donnie said, "Here we go. Let's go." Brian said, "Y'all snitched on yourselves." Laughing out loud. And Robert said, "When the king hit the post, numbers go up." He tried to say he got our numbers up right now. All right.
Ah,
So you got Donnie saying it's all in fun and we're all passionate. That's right.
yeah,
And
and that
and
game,
Jeremy Harlan, they said Robert Thomas, who's the snitch? They said Robert the snitch. Donnie said Brian said Donnie absolutely all fun. I love it. Like, tell us, come on, bro. And Epcot said even if they did snitch, coaches have a calendar play by the rules and win.
and maybe the risk was worth the reward because they're not gonna. The punishment is just don't do anything bad the rest of the year. So okay, so we got to practice, and I don't know. I don't know how long when they put it on. If it was a day, if it was a week, if it was a month ahead of time. And again, we're just talking about the three coast teams. I mean, again, there's Brandon, Ridgeland, Taylorsville, Laurel, Florence, Franklin County, Mount Olive, Summerall, Greenwood, Columbia. Those are all the other teams, along with Biloxi, Gulfport, Picayune, that just put on the pads a little bit early. And so the state, MHSAA said, don't mess up this year after this. So but yes, it's about to go down. Like I say, starting next week, that Diablo Biloxi game. That's why they changed it to the last game of the year, and I believe it's going to be win and in for one of those teams, as Biloxi will be at D'Iberville on that last night on November 6th. So, but yes, I certainly appreciate everybody sharing the live stream and even on the rewind. Post your comments.
Rob to talk about practice. My boy Danny said Biloxi losing three in district games. Who are them three, Donnie?
You
Who are them
got
three? David
probably Ocean
said Davis.
Biloxi.
David, huh?
No, go ahead.
Da- David said West Harrison would get a district win. They'll get one. They'll get probably two. They'll get two. And they might sneak the third and they'll be on the outside looking in to get that fourth win to possibly make the get a taste of almost getting to the playoffs in their first year, 7A. That's how I
Like
got them.
last year. Yeah, last
Yep.
year they were right there.
It's been like that the last couple of years for them. They always that one game out. If they would have beat, I think, Hancock last year, they would have got in. The
And I
year
had them
before, I forgot who it was, but they it's
uh
been like that for them for a while.
and they'll be at home watching it because they're off the last week of the regular season, which is kind of odd. That's the way their bye
Right.
week fell. That is what it
But
is.
Gabriel told Robert, "You love Wes Harrison, huh? We shocking 7A this year. Just watch." That's who dark horse team. Who that? Who said that was their dark horse team this year? Bob?
Uh yeah, I believe it was Boz. And now that I watched that Ball and Chill podcast, I know a couple of them on there talked about. Sorry, they threw up some names, and it might have been
Mhm.
West Terrace. Like I said, they got the player Stapleton there, the running back. You got and I'm
Jazia
drawing blank
Carter, the
on name
linebacker.
Carter. It ain't going to Navy. That's I mean
Right. You know what I'm saying? They got some
that's good.
studs. Both of them boys some studs.
But they again have the toughest schedule, so we shall see
Coach,
there. But
Coach
you know.
Quincy said he got players in the NFL, and these two probably arguably the best athletes he coached.
Yes, yes. So I'm
David
glad they
said
made him.
Gulfport, Biloxi, OS got reported. Who didn't? Connect the dots. Yeah, I ain't know OS got reported. OS
Well, there.
beating B Town. They beating D'Iberville beating B Town and Gulfport beating B Town. So the big three is taking out Biloxi. Ooh, so Biloxi better not hope that they at that bottom three or four trying to get in, and you got West Harrison lurking and sneak them. Ooh, Robert,
And
Robert.
and as far as the circle back around, we're not. Ocean Springs is not on the list, so
Yeah, they not.
they're not on probation. Ocean Springs is not there. We mentioned who it was, so I just want to make sure that that's clear. We're not just talking to be talking and saying this team is on probation. We named them.
Yeah, David said, you think Mississippi High School MSAA is watching social media outside your mind? Yeah, them folks ain't got time to get online to do this. It has to be sent to them for them to act on the lead. Other than that, they ain't finna come looking for nothing unless it's reported on them.
Uh,
No folks lazy. They don't want to do
uh.
their job.
I mean, and plus, how big of an advantage to practice with pads, especially in this heat. You know, now if somebody had a earpiece in their helmet, which you cannot do in high school, which do they do it? I don't. I hope not. You know, to have a Bluetooth or something in your helmet and calling the plays, and something like that where it's major. But to put pads on a week or two before you're supposed to, I don't know how much an advantage that would be, but it's something to talk about.
Yeah. So Donnie said, dang, brother, and got them all fired up. And Brian said, I know, I'm just talking noise. November 6th, sleep with one eye open. And Robert said, just got a call. They said D'Iberville and Harrison Central people did
See, there you go again.
it. It's been funny, man. He
That's
said
not
Stone.
official. That is not official.
Right.
That is
That is
not.
alleged. As my boy, my boy DeMarcus said, allegedly.
Yes.
Stone going to be beating Hancock on the field, and the fans will be beating the mosquitoes in the stand.
No place like
Will,
Kill,
yeah.
Mississippi.
And Will Smith, Gold Mile. Man, what's up with the wing, man? Gold Mile. Hey, I want you to be a sponsor this year for the show, man. For the coach football, man. Gold Mile got the wing, man. Oh, we ain't gonna talk about it right now. He might not want me to say nothing about him. But
I did put
he's
out some feelers to some people about sponsoring the game predictions and then the Tuesday top 10. So if anybody wants to sponsor those two, uh, you could DM me and we can see what we could do on that part of it. But proceed on, Bingo.
we got Robert Thomas said no, Will Smith said that they asses better win. Robert Thomas with y'all cheating asses. So I guess Will Smith is saying, I don't know. I can't
Oh, see, right? And I
yeah.
said that we were being nice, and of course he spelled us a way that it
And
doesn't.
snuck it on there, huh?
Yeah, I could
Robert
fix that.
said for the district championship this time, but Lex is gonna be winning the district championship, is what he said.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's. I mean, as I always say, would it be shock the world? It would be shock the world. Nothing against any of the teams. It would be shock the world if St. Martin won the region. It would be shock the world. It would not necessarily be as shocking to the world if Biloxi or D'Iberville or Gulfport wins it. If Harrison Central, it won't be as shocking as St. Martin. If West Harrison and Harrison Central, one of those wins the region, it would be along those lines there of shocking the world. It could be done. You believe it, it could
Will
happen.
say Will say the Iberville goes down. Man, but I can't wait for Friday night when these games start to play. Oh my
And
goodness,
then
they're
we
gonna be
come to
talking
our
so much
post
noise.
game
Yeah, it's gonna be so much noise talking, man. Yeah.
because we'll
All right,
be
Michael Woods.
post game.
He said Gulfport will beat Biloxi. Gulfport may be the sleeper this year. Hoya.
I again, if we look back, I think I picked Gulfport to win maybe the past 2 years. You know, Coach
Yeah,
Bennock went over there from Ocean Springs and like, okay, got the players in place. Said they're going to do it. Well, Coach Bramlett and the Greyhounds said no, they haven't lost in 24 games as overall. The Greyhounds, Coach Bramlett was has 2 years there, and he has not lost a region game. So to go against Social Springs, you know, as they say, you got to beat a man, you got to beat the man.
this man
So,
stupid, man. He talking about West Harrison is battling Harrison Central and St. Martin for the top three of the last place teams. But
well,
you can't.
like I say, we shall see
Yeah.
what happens there.
All
Like I
right.
said, the new coaches with
Brian said Gulfport equals first round exit. They folk turn. Will Smith said, "Yeah, y'all can keep OS out y'all mouth or OG pulling up." Duddy told Michael Wood, bruh, come on, laughing out loud. Will Smith, I'm pulling up with you, OG. Robert, man, don't make me tell that story you told me yesterday. And Will said, bet. Donnie said, on the real, Gulf Coast Raiders trial Saturday, 5 p.m. at the Iberville Sportsplex. I guess
yeah.
that's
So if you're looking to play, it's if it's for kids that are done with school, uh, with high school, you know that I believe Donnie Mike can correct that, but you know then they want to still play and they didn't go to the next level or just like still want to play some.
yeah.
So
My boy said, Will Smith said, yeah, talk about the wings. Yeah, hey, Will Smith got the night. He like if you up late and you looking for you want to eat something good and you up late, Will Smith is he better than Waffle House right now.
man,
Hamburgers, hot wings, fries, you name
where's
it.
it? What's it called?
Will
Wing
Smith.
the red.
It's called OG's platters. I
He's
don't
just
know what he call it. He just Will Smith
okay,
cooking. You just got to
okay,
hit a gold mouth up,
okay.
man.
So he doesn't have a restaurant, is what I'm trying to say.
I ain't trying to say all that, man. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Like, you know what I'm
okay,
saying? Yeah, I ain't trying to say all
okay.
that.
It's just
Read the
good food.
room.
All right,
Yeah, it's just good food. Yeah. Donnie said, hit him up about sponsorship, man.
all right.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Go my wings and things. You know, I'm in there talking about it. He said Robert Sleep talking. Man, Robert Sleep walking, talking, everything, man. Just sleep. Them folks say Saint who? Saint Patrick.
St. Martin, St. Stanislaus.
Man, listen, Matt. Just said it in a nice way. What I be saying and everyone else is thinking. 5, 6, and 7 belongs to Harrison Central, West Harrison, and St. Martin.
Yes, can
OS
one of
by
those
20.
teams?
Huh?
No, I'm just saying, can one of those teams slide up and knock off who I feel again? Ocean Springs, Gulfport, Biloxi, Diveville. Can one of those teams, those three teams, come in there and knock off? Yeah, I think they could. Some more have a better chance than others. We'll see how it plays out. St. Martin,
Yeah.
West Harrison, Harrison Central.
Woo, why, boy, Goldmouth said OS by 20 to 30 on the whole coast. Gulfport will be the only good game. Screenshot that. Screenshot that, man. That's what he
I have.
said.
I mean, Ocean Springs at Meridian that week one, that next Thursday, that special kickoff on Thursday.
Cole Woods said, tell Robert to go to sleep. It is past his bedtime. Way past his bedtime, man.
Yeah, it is. It's coming up on 9 o'clock where we're going to be probably turning it down here
Yeah.
on this Wednesday night. But I
Yeah.
like this 99 plus comments I see on here, even though I can't read them.
Man, he said, man, OG a little too old to be pulling up, I swear. Joey K said, none of this matter. All of them gonna get beat in the first round of the playoffs. Just built different up north. Okay, Joey.
Yeah, not this year. Not this year.
Right.
It's gonna go. 7A is gonna go. I don't care which four or which seven is a
Thanks
7A.
for watching the show, Joey. Make sure you share the link. Um, Raiders laughing out loud, 37U. That's what I was thinking. I ain't gonna lie. Um, Robert Thomas, that's where I come in. Pastor Robert Thomas out here preaching the gospel. Don't egg him up, David. Don't get him started. Y'all be good, fellas. Doing a great job. And then Will Smith said, Robert Thomas, I just got through knocking out a couple hot hands. You better check my record. Anyone can get a charity boxing match. Man, yeah, that's all the comments we got right now.
Very good. Very good. Again, week 0 is just 2 days away for several teams. Again, the lineup for Friday kickoffs, I'm assuming at 7, but PRC at Harrison Central, Pass Christian at West Harrison, Gaucher at East Central, Van Cleve at Poplarville, Long Beach at St. Stanislaus, Hancock at Columbia, Pascagoula at Wayne County, Stone at Forest County, St. Martin at George County, Hattiesburg at Moss Point, St. Patrick at Richton, Gulfport at Oak Grove, and again, Christian Collegiate Academy, CCA, new to coast football, 8-man to 11-man at St. Luke, and they are saying that game counts for record. They are in the MIAS rankings there for that is Christian Collegiate. And coming up tonight, I just posted 2 more of the new faces and new places. I posted 2 last night. I got 2 tomorrow night. And then next week, I got streaks going into the season. The Tuesday top 25. I always rank the top 25. Me and my 5 other people rank them. And then Wednesday we'll have the lineup for that Thursday. And there's a chance I may go live next Wednesday, or we may go live, bingo, and I can give you my game predictions that usually come out on Thursday, and they still come out Thursday at 7 o'clock. I know Ocean Springs will be kicking off at 7 o'clock, but every Thursday my game predictions will be coming out again, the 10th season of that. And I give, who's going to win. So if you don't want to watch no games, just read my predictions and you'll find out who wins. So not that I'm about 77% right. It's fun doing it. And please no wagering on the games there. So I appreciate everybody tuning in, and even those on the rewind watching it there. I'll share it tomorrow so they can watch it as we're coming up on 9 o'clock. Been on for about an hour, 20 minutes, and I mean, I'm ready. Being again on Fridays, I plan on going pregame.
Oh yeah, we ready.
At maybe at 6 o'clock or 5:30 on Fridays, out until kickoff. Going on 7. Then after Friday night, we look to go on live, and I don't know. It just depends on what time the last game kind of gets over with, or we still may go live if a game is running so far late. And I know you'll be with Ocean Springs, and especially when they're at home, that's practically your home in that area. So it won't be long for you to get on there, and we'll have hopefully the comments as it is tonight. So it was
Yeah,
great to, and we'll
you
have
might have to
coaches.
you might have to start. Well, no, Thursday we won't have no night show Thursday. I don't think, right?
Not next Thursday. I call MGCCC
Yeah,
football games on Thursdays, and that starts next Thursday at home.
we'll
So
just kick
come
it
up
off
there and
Friday and just go over the pregame show for the previous Thursday night during the pregame show Friday.
yeah. I mean, we may have I say we may try to come on Thursday night. I know it's a Thursday night, and I'm off the next day because I take off because I got JUCO football. But Ocean Springs will be coming back from Meridian that night. And so we may get Coach Bramlett on there if it goes as planned. I'm not locking in anything, but Ocean Springs at Meridian. If Ocean Springs does what they do and hopefully come out with a dub, that we may get Coach Bramlett on the way back. But it would be maybe in the 10 o'clock hour on a Thursday. I don't know how many people will get on here, but that may happen or may not. We'll just have to wait and see. But definitely Friday pregame and then postgame shows.
Boy, the comments they still they funny. You gonna have to go read them, man. They still going
Uh,
in, man. My right hand itching. I must be finna come into some money.
Yeah, so a lot coming in store every night this week. Like I say, different stats and just, I mean, good and bad, hot and cold streaks and predictions and top 25 rankings. It's all coming down, and the fans make it. We're fans for the fans, so I'm glad we're able to bring this to you guys, and appreciate all the comments. I have to go back and look at the comments. Uh, and that's what we like. I know it's mostly 7A talk, here tonight, but we're not
It's big
forgetting the
boy
other
ball.
teams. Yeah, we're not forgetting the other teams. We kind of mentioned the other teams there, for the most part. And again, Friday, tag me with the update with the scores for the Jamboree games on Coast Football on Twitter, on X, and we will do it. We will do it.
And y'all make
So,
sure y'all tune in next week. Me and Shabazz are bringing back the Buys and Bingo show. Y'all asked, we're bringing it back. So we're going to do. Um, I really don't know how we're gonna do it. We just gonna shoot from the hip, like we all, and then we get the feel back of it. But yeah, we're gonna do Buys and Bingo back. We're thinking about doing the game Friday. Next week. So I don't know yet what we're
yeah.
gonna do. I don't know. We haven't really talked. Boz has been on vacation with his wife's anniversary. Shout out to the Keisha and Shabazz. Um,
Yeah, because there's
yeah,
no
we
more
next.
breaks
Yeah,
from here till December.
yeah.
Every weekend, every
Also on
Friday.
Friday nights, when the chat get good, we're gonna start sending the link out to some of our guests on the show so they can come on and voice their opinion. And remember, always keep it clean, or you will get booted off the live chat. Um, yeah, I think that's going to be fun. Bringing somebody like a Robert Smith, Robert Thompson, or Will Smith, or Brian Higginbotham, or somebody like that onto the show with us. That's always supporting us. Lorenzo Duckworth. They always come on the show. They always show love. So I figure we bring them on. Let them get they shine on and talk about their stuff. I think it would make great humor and great comedy. Just guys, remember, they're kids and these coaches. This their job, so we got to keep it PG and keep it player. So just
Yep,
keep it,
most
keep
definitely.
it player. If you want to be able to keep coming on to the live stuff and being able to be a part of it, just keep it P. That's all we had.
Yes, we appreciate it, Bingo, and all the fans that joined us here tonight, and look forward to the next time that we go live. I don't. It's not going to be Friday after the games, but it's Jamboree games, so it'll be maybe next Wednesday. It'll be the last Wednesday that we're both available before the season starts. So may go live there next Wednesday, but we're a lot in store right there at Coach Football on the Facebook page, and follow Bingo on all his pages, Big Game Brand and Bingo Media and Major Media. And so we shining a light, Bingo.
Definitely. All right,
So,
y'all. Y'all be easy. And man, um, so that's a wrap on week 0 Jamboree Talk. Next week is for real. We got week 1, and we'll be here breaking it all down. Shout out to our sponsors. Just me right now, Bingo Media, Major Media, Big Game Brand, Coach Football, Smack 'em Athletic. Like Matt said, if you're looking to be a sponsor for any of the things that we have, the live, the things that Matt do, the top 10, um, all that stuff, Matt, do. Just hit
yeah.
them up. If you want to sponsor either one, just hit us up, and we're gonna shine the light on you as we do the student athletes here along the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Uh, the Coast Football Talk with Bingo and Matt Stats. Remember, the Coast got something to say, and we saying it loud this year. Y'all make sure y'all tune in each and every week, because this is the real deal. This was just a drill. It's live. This is Bingo signing out. Ride shotgun with my boy Matt Stats, the Stat Man. Peace.
Those got something to say. Let's go.
Oh.
Seneca Hampton, where you at, boss?